Amelia Earhart was not just a name, it was a spirit. A spirit that soared above the clouds and defied the norms of her time. She was a beacon of hope and inspiration for many, a symbol of courage and determination. Her story is one of passion, resilience, and an unyielding desire to conquer the skies. She was born in 1897, a time when women wore corsets and followed strict social rules. But Amelia was different. She dreamed of adventure. While other girls played with dolls, Amelia was climbing trees and exploring the world around her. She had a curiosity that couldn't be contained, a thirst for knowledge and new experiences. She saw her first airplane at a state fair. It was a rickety thing, made of wood and fabric, but to Amelia, it was the most beautiful machine she had ever seen. The sight of it sparked something deep within her, a longing to be up there, among the clouds, looking down at the world from above. It was love at first sight. From that moment on, Amelia knew that she was destined to fly. She couldn't get the image of that airplane out of her mind. It haunted her dreams and filled her waking thoughts. She knew she had to find a way to make that dream a reality. The roaring engine, the sleek wings, it ignited something within her. Amelia's journey wasn't easy. She faced numerous obstacles and setbacks, but each challenge only made her more determined. She studied everything she could about airplanes and flying, absorbing knowledge like a sponge. She faced skepticism and prejudice. Many people doubted her abilities simply because she was a woman. They told her that flying was too dangerous, that it was a man's job. But Amelia refused to listen to the naysayers. She knew what she was capable of, and she was determined to prove them wrong. People told her flying was for men. They said she should stick to more traditional roles, like being a wife and mother. But Amelia had other plans. She wanted to break free from the constraints of society and follow her own path. She wanted to show the world that women could do anything men could do, and more. But Amelia was never one to back down from a challenge. She had a fire in her belly, a burning desire to achieve her dreams. She worked tirelessly, pushing herself to the limit, always striving to be the best. She knew that the road ahead would be tough, but she was ready for the fight. She took odd jobs to pay for flying lessons. She worked as a nurse, a truck driver, even a photographer, doing whatever it took to save up enough money. She was relentless in her pursuit, never letting anything stand in her way. Her determination was unwavering, her spirit unbreakable. She cut her hair short and wore trousers. She wanted to be taken seriously as a pilot, and she knew that meant defying traditional gender norms. She embraced her individuality, her uniqueness, and used it to her advantage. She was a trailblazer, a pioneer, paving the way for future generations of female aviators. Amelia Earhart was determined to make her own path, and fly she did. She soared through the skies, breaking records and shattering expectations. Her legacy lives on, inspiring countless others to chase their dreams and reach for the stars. Amelia Earhart was not just a girl who loved the sky, she was a legend who changed the world. Amelia's dedication paid off. She earned her pilot's license in 1921. This was a remarkable achievement for any woman at the time. She bought her first airplane, a bright yellow Kinner Airster. She nicknamed it Canary. With Canary, Amelia took to the skies. She entered flying competitions, she set altitude records. Amelia was a natural in the cockpit. Her skill and confidence grew with every flight. The world began to take notice of this daring young pilot. Amelia Earhart was becoming a name synonymous with courage and adventure. In 1928, Amelia received an invitation that would change her life. She was asked to join a transatlantic flight. The catch? She would be a passenger, not the pilot. Even though she wouldn't be at the controls, Amelia knew this was a chance to make history. The flight was perilous. They faced storms and mechanical difficulties, but after 20 hours and 40 minutes they landed safely in Wales. Amelia Earhart became an international sensation. Newspapers around the world hailed her as Lady Lindy, a reference to Charles Lindbergh's famous solo flight across the Atlantic. Though celebrated, Amelia yearned for more. She wanted to conquer the Atlantic on her own terms. Amelia was not content with simply riding along. From a young age, she had a passion for adventure and a desire to push boundaries. She was determined to make her mark in the world of aviation, a field dominated by men. Her ambition was not just to fly, but to break records and inspire others. She wanted to prove that women could be just as skilled and daring as men in the air. Amelia believed that the sky was not the limit, but just the beginning. She trained rigorously, honing her skills and preparing herself for the challenges ahead. Her determination was unwavering and her spirit unbreakable. In 1932, she decided to attempt a solo transatlantic flight. This was no small feat. It required immense courage, meticulous planning, and a deep understanding of her aircraft. Amelia chose her Lockheed Vega 5B, a plane she trusted and had flown many times before. It was a risky endeavor. The Atlantic Ocean was known for its unpredictable weather and treacherous conditions. Pilots faced strong winds, icy temperatures, and the constant threat of mechanical failure. The odds were stacked against her, but Amelia was resolute. Many had tried and failed. The history of aviation was littered with stories of brave souls who had perished in their attempts to conquer the skies. These tales of failure and tragedy only fueled Amelia's determination. She knew the risks, but she also knew the rewards. Some had even lost their lives, but Amelia was undeterred. She was driven by a vision of what could be achieved and the legacy she could leave behind. Her confidence was infectious, and her resolve inspiring. She meticulously prepared for her journey, leaving nothing to chance. She took off from Harbor Grace, Newfoundland in her trusty Lockheed Vega 5B. The takeoff was smooth, but the journey ahead was anything but. Amelia faced numerous challenges, from navigating through dense fog to battling strong headwinds. Each moment tested her skills and her resolve. After a grueling 15-hour flight, battling fatigue in icy conditions, she landed in a pasture in Derry, Northern Ireland. She had done it. The relief and joy she felt were immeasurable. Her successful landing was a testament to her skill, courage, and determination. Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. This monumental achievement was celebrated worldwide. She had not only proven her own capabilities but had also shattered the glass ceiling for women in aviation. Her achievement sent shockwaves around the world. Newspapers and radio stations buzzed with the news of her success. Amelia became an overnight sensation, a beacon of hope and inspiration for many. Her story was a testament to what could be achieved with determination and courage. She became a symbol of female empowerment. Amelia's journey was more than just a flight, it was a statement. She showed the world that women could achieve great things, that they could be pioneers and leaders. Her legacy continues to inspire generations of women to dream big and reach for the stars. More than a pilot, Amelia Earhart was a vocal advocate for women's rights. She used her platform to challenge gender stereotypes and encouraged women to pursue their dreams, no matter how ambitious. In 1935, she became the first person to fly solo from Honolulu, Hawaii, to Oakland, California. She also set a women's speed record for the 100-kilometer course. But Amelia's impact went beyond breaking records. She inspired a generation of women to reach for the skies, proving that with courage and determination, anything was possible. By 1937, Amelia was ready for her most ambitious adventure yet. She wanted to circumnavigate the globe, following the equator as closely as possible. This was a feat that had never been accomplished before. The journey would cover nearly 29,000 miles and require numerous stops for refueling and maintenance. On June 1, 1937, Amelia and her navigator, Fred Noonan, took off from Oakland, California, in their specially outfitted Lockheed Electra 10E. The world watched with bated breath as Amelia and Fred flew from one destination to the next. They faced mechanical issues, bad weather, and navigational challenges, but they pressed on, their spirits high. After successfully completing most of their journey, Amelia and Fred arrived in Lae, New Guinea, on June 29, 1937. This marked a significant milestone in their ambitious attempt to circumnavigate the globe. The duo had already covered approximately 22,000 miles, with only 7,000 more to go. Lae was their final stop before the most challenging leg of their journey. They were nearing the end of their epic adventure. Spirits were high, and the world watched with bated breath as they prepared for the next phase. Amelia, with her characteristic smile, exuded confidence and determination, while Fred meticulously checked their navigational equipment. Their next destination, Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the Pacific Ocean. This remote island was crucial for refueling and rest before they continued their journey. However, its minuscule size made it a challenging target to locate from the air. This leg of the journey was the most dangerous. The vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean presented numerous challenges, including unpredictable weather, limited visibility, and the sheer isolation of the area. The slightest navigational error could prove catastrophic. Howland Island was notoriously difficult to find, even for experienced navigators. The island's location was marked by a small airstrip and a few buildings, but from the air, it was almost indistinguishable from the surrounding ocean. On July 2, 1937, Amelia and Fred took off from Leh. They were well prepared and optimistic, but the odds were stacked against them. The flight to Howland Island was expected to take around 20 hours, and they had to rely on precise navigation to reach their destination. They were never seen again. As the hours passed, radio transmissions from Amelia became increasingly sporadic and desperate. The last known communication indicated that they were running low on fuel and unable to locate Howland Island. Despite a massive search effort by the United States Navy and Coast Guard, no trace of their plane was ever found. The search spanned thousands of square miles of ocean, but the vastness of the Pacific and the limited technology of the time hindered their efforts. The world mourned the loss of this courageous aviator. Amelia Earhart had become a symbol of bravery and pioneering spirit, and her disappearance left a void in the hearts of many. Newspapers around the globe reported the tragic news, and people from all walks of life expressed their sorrow and disbelief. What happened to Amelia Earhart? Numerous theories have emerged over the years, ranging from a crash at sea to capture by foreign forces. Some believe she survived and lived under an assumed identity, while others think she perished on a deserted island. It remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. The enigma of Amelia Earhart's disappearance continues to captivate and intrigue, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and expeditions in search of answers. Her legacy endures, reminding us of the relentless pursuit of exploration and the enduring human spirit. In the years since Amelia Earhart's disappearance, numerous theories have emerged. Some believe that Amelia and Fred ran out of fuel and crashed into the Pacific Ocean. Others speculate that they may have landed on a remote island such as Gardner Island, now Nikumaroro, where some artifacts have been found. There are even theories suggesting they were captured by the Japanese military. However, none of these theories have been definitively proven. The mystery surrounding Amelia Earhart's disappearance continues to fascinate and intrigue people around the world. It is a testament to the enduring power of her story and the questions that remain unanswered. Though her final flight remains a mystery, Amelia Earhart's legacy lives on. She shattered gender barriers and inspired generations with her courage, determination, and unwavering spirit. Amelia's story reminds us that we are capable of achieving incredible things if we dare to dream big and refuse to let fear hold us back. Her spirit of adventure continues to inspire women and men around the world to pursue their passions and reach for the stars. Amelia Earhart may have vanished into the clouds, but her legend will forever soar.